The 2004 5-cent coin also represents a moment when the United States Mint chose to celebrate exploration and national history through everyday currency. Coins are unique historical objects because they circulate widely among the public. Unlike museum artifacts that remain behind glass displays, coins travel from person to person, connecting people with the stories and events they represent. When someone holds a 2004 nickel featuring the piece metal or the keelboat design, they are holding a small reminder of the courage and determination shown by the explorers who traveled across the continent more than 2 centuries ago. The expedition faced harsh weather, unfamiliar terrain, and countless challenges along the way. Yet their journey provided valuable knowledge about the geography, wildlife, and cultures of the Western lands. Over time, these nickels have become interesting collectibles not only because of their historical symbolism, but also because they represent a brief period when the familiar design of the American nickel changed. Temporary design changes often create special interest among collectors because they mark unique moments in the timeline of coinage. The production of nickels in 2004 took place at several United States Mint facilities, including the mints in Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from these mints carry small mint marks that help collectors identify where they were produced. These mint marks appear near the portrait of Jefferson and serve as important clues for collectors who study variations in production. In addition to regular circulation coins, special proof versions were also produced for collectors. Proof coins are struck using specially prepared dies and polished blanks to create exceptionally sharp designs and mirror-like surfaces. These coins are not intended for circulation but are instead sold directly to collectors as part of official mint sets. Proof coins are carefully handled and preserved, which means they often remain in excellent condition. However, even among proof coins there can be rare variations or striking errors that make certain examples highly sought after. As years pass, the number of well-preserved coins naturally decreases. Many coins become worn through daily use, while others are lost or damaged. This gradual reduction in high-quality examples can increase the value of coins that remain in pristine condition. Collectors also consider factors such as historical significance, design popularity, and overall demand within the numismatic community. When a coin becomes widely recognized as a rare or desirable item, its value can rise dramatically during auctions and private sales. The world of coin collecting is filled with remarkable discoveries and surprising stories. A small coin that once purchased a piece of candy might eventually become part of a valuable collection displayed at a major auction. Each coin carries a journey that reflects the passage of time and the changing interests of collectors. For many enthusiasts, the thrill of coin collecting lies not only in the potential financial value, but also in the excitement of the search. Examining coins closely, learning about their history, and discovering unusual details creates a sense of connection with the past. Every coin tells a story about the era in which it was produced and the people who used it. The 2004 United States 5-cent coin stands as an example of how everyday objects can hold deeper meaning and hidden value. What appears to be a simple nickel might actually represent a historical tribute, a rare minting variation, or a perfectly preserved specimen admired by collectors around the world. Even today, millions of nickels continue to circulate through stores, banks, and homes. Most will remain ordinary coins used for everyday transactions. Yet the possibility always exists that among them is a rare piece waiting to be discovered by someone curious enough to take a closer look. Collectors continue to search through coin rolls, old collections, and pocket change, hoping to uncover that one remarkable coin that stands apart from the rest. The excitement of such discoveries keeps the hobby alive and inspires new generations of collectors to explore the hidden stories behind everyday currency. And while the majority of 2004 nickels remain worth only their original face value, the rarest and most exceptional examples, those with remarkable preservation, unique minting features, or extraordinary collector demand, have been talked about in the numismatic world with astonishing valuations that can reach as high as $7,800,000. In 2004, millions of coins quietly moved through the hands of people across the United States. Most were used for simple everyday purchases, buying a snack, paying for a bus ride, or sitting unnoticed in a jar at home. Among these coins was the United States 5-cent piece, commonly known as the nickel. To many people, it was just another small coin worth only 5 cents, something that rarely received a second glance. But hidden within the massive production of these coins were pieces that captured the attention of collectors around the world, coins that carried historical meaning, unique design changes, and in rare cases, extraordinary value. The 5-cent coin of the United States has a long and fascinating history that stretches back more than a century. For decades, the coin has featured the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front. Jefferson, the third president of the United States and one of the country's most influential founding figures, has appeared on the nickel since 1938. His image has become one of the most recognizable portraits on American currency. On most nickels minted before 2004, the reverse side of the coin displayed Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate. This design remained largely unchanged for many years and became familiar to generations of Americans. However, the year 2004 marked an important moment in the history of the nickel. To commemorate the 200th anniversary of the historic Lewis and Clark expedition, the United States Mint introduced a special redesign known as the Westward Journey Nickel Series. This series was created to honor the remarkable expedition that helped explore the vast western territories of the young United States in the early 19th century. The journey of Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, commissioned by President Jefferson in 1804, played a crucial role in mapping new lands and opening the path for westward expansion. To celebrate this historic event, the United States Mint decided to temporarily change the reverse designs of the nickel. Instead of the familiar image of Monticello, new designs were introduced that reflected the spirit of exploration and discovery associated with the expedition. Two different reverse designs were released during 2004, making that year particularly interesting for coin collectors. One of the designs featured the peace medal. This design represented the medals that were given to Native American leaders during the expedition as symbols of friendship and diplomacy. The image on the coin shows two clasped hands, symbolizing cooperation and peaceful relations. One hand represents the United States military, while the other represents Native American tribes. Surrounding the image are the words that reflect the spirit of unity and mutual respect that the explorers hoped to establish during their journey through the Western territories. The second design introduced in 2004 featured the keelboat. This boat played a crucial role during the early stages of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The keelboat was a long, narrow vessel that allowed the explorers to travel along rivers while carrying supplies and equipment needed for the long journey. The design on the coin shows the boat moving along the water, powered by a combination of sails, oars, and poles used by the crew to navigate the river currents. The detailed engraving captures the determination and endurance required for such an expedition. Because both of these designs were released in the same year, collectors often search for each version when examining their coins. At first glance, these nickels appear ordinary. They share the same size, weight, and metallic composition as other modern United States nickels. Each coin is composed primarily of copper and nickel, giving it a durable structure and a distinctive silver-colored appearance. Yet within the vast number of coins produced in 2004, subtle differences and rare minting variations can make certain coins far more valuable than others. Collectors and experts pay close attention to specific details when examining these coins. They look at the sharpness of the design, the clarity of the lettering, and the presence of any unusual characteristics that may have occurred during the minting process. Minting errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. These errors occur when something unexpected happens during the production of a coin at the mint. Because modern coin production involves high-speed machinery striking thousands of coins per hour, small mistakes can occasionally occur. When these errors slip through quality control and intercirculation, They become rare finds that collectors eagerly seek. Point one example of a minting error is a doubled die. This occurs when the design on the coin appears to have a slight doubling effect, as though the letters or images were stamped twice in slightly different positions. Another possible error is an off-center strike, where the coin design is not perfectly centered on the blank metal disc. This creates a noticeable shift in the design and leaves a portion of the coin blank. There are also coins that display die cracks, clipped planchets, or unusual surface textures caused by imperfections in the minting equipment. Each of these variations can turn an otherwise ordinary nickel into a fascinating collectible. While most error coins are discovered quickly by collectors or mint employees, some remain unnoticed and circulate for years before being found. Condition is another extremely important factor in determining the value of a coin. Coins that remain in near-perfect condition are far more desirable than those that show heavy wear from years of circulation. Professional coin grading services evaluate coins using a detailed scale that measures factors such as surface preservation, luster, and strike quality. Coins that receive the highest grades are considered exceptional examples of their type. For a 2004 nickel to become truly valuable, it usually must combine rarity with outstanding condition or a unique minting characteristic. Collectors often examine rolls of coins obtained from banks, hoping to discover a rare piece hidden among ordinary nickels. This process, known as coin roll hunting, has become a popular hobby for many enthusiasts. Sometimes valuable coins are discovered in the most unexpected places. A person might find an unusual nickel in their pocket change after a trip to the store. Others discover rare coins while sorting through old collections inherited from family members. Coin jars stored for years in closets or drawers occasionally contain surprising treasures. Stories like these have fueled the excitement surrounding coin collecting for generations. The idea that a small coin worth only a few cents could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more captures the imagination of collectors everywhere. Each coin carries its own history, shaped by the time and place where it was minted and the journey it took through countless hands.